Ever find yourself wondering what it would be like to, be that go-to tech person, but like in a cool way? Like instead of fixing printers, you're surrounded by the latest games and software.
Right.
That's kind of the life of a computer games, multimedia, and software sales specialist, right?
Yeah, it's definitely not your average retail gig, that's for sure.
No, not at all. So we're diving into this career path today, and we've got some great insights from RoleCatcher's career guide to help us out.
Awesome.
It's really fascinating stuff. Like, it's not just about pushing products. It's about being this, like, trusted advisor in a world that's constantly evolving.
It's true. You're almost like what's the word? A tech-savvy matchmaker.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, you're connecting people with the tools that'll help them, achieve their digital dreams.
Totally. And one thing that really stood out to me in this RoleCatcher guide was that it's not about pushing the priciest thing on someone.
Right.
It's about understanding their needs and finding the perfect fit.
Absolutely. It's about building relationships, explaining those sometimes, complex features in a way that actually makes sense.
Right, because some of this stuff can get really in the weeds, right?
Oh, for sure. And ultimately, it's about making sure your client walks away feeling empowered, not, like they just got a sales pitch.
Totally, totally. But we got to address the elephant in the room. This tech world, it moves fast.
Yeah.
New games, AI software that seems to pop up overnight, VR experiences. How does anyone keep up?
Well, that's part of the excitement, isn't it? You're constantly learning, always on the lookout for the next big thing.
So anyone picturing a stuffy office with stacks of manuals needs to ditch that image right now.
100%. This is a dynamic field. You're engaging with fellow techies, going to conferences, maybe even demoing the latest VR headset.
That's a far cry from a cubicle farm.
Totally. It's about being right there on the cutting edge, being part of the digital revolution as it unfolds.
So we've established this isn't like selling, I don't know, socks or something.
Nah, definitely not.
This is high-tech stuff. So what does it actually take to, really make it in this world?
Well, the RoleCatcher guide, it actually breaks down some essential skills, and it might surprise some people to hear that it's not all about, coding skills.
Oh, really? Tell me more. I love, myth-busting.
Yeah, totally. They emphasize, good old-fashioned communication,
Okay.
being a good listener,
Thanks.
really understanding what that customer is, looking for, even if they don't know all the technical terms to describe it themselves.
Right, because trying to explain the difference between, basic video editing software and professional grade stuff to someone.
Exactly.
That's a whole different beast.
That's a whole different beast than, like you said, selling them a toaster.
Exactly.
And that is where, really great customer service comes in.
Okay.
Imagine, right? You have a customer who is just pulling their hair out
Yeah.
because their brand new video editing software keeps crashing.
The worst.
You, armed with your patience, a little empathy, and, some tech knowledge, you can turn that whole experience around for them.
Be their hero.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can turn that frustration into relief, maybe even a laugh or two.
I love that. Okay, that makes total sense, but I got to ask, how much technical expertise are we talking, really?
Yeah.
Do I need to be able to build a gaming PC from scratch, in my sleep?
See, that's the thing.
Okay.
Having a good, solid understanding of tech is definitely helpful.
Right.
But it's more about being curious, and wanting to learn than being a coding master from day one.
Okay, so I don't need to know, lines of code.
Okay.
But I should probably be able to explain what code is.
Exactly. Remember those, real-world profiles in the guide?
Yeah.
The ones who are just starting out.
Yeah.
They focused on, keeping up with new releases, understanding, the basic functions of different software, and then being able to explain that to customers in a way that, clicks. And honestly, you're probably already doing that if you're really passionate about this stuff.
Right, it's already part of your life.
Exactly.
So it's like a guide said, following industry blogs, going to those big conferences, ooh.
E3. PSX.
Yeah, exactly. That's not just, fun and games.
Right.
That's professional development.
Exactly. And as you, move forward in your career, you might find you're drawn to a specific area.
Okay.
Maybe you become, the Adobe Creative Suite guru.
Right.
Or you're the one everyone goes to for help, building the ultimate PC gaming setup.
Oh, that's cool. So there's room to not only grow your career, but to kind of carve out your own little niche.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're hanging out at these conferences, you're advising people on all the cool tech stuff.
Yeah.
Where does all that expertise lead in terms of like a career path.
Well, that's what I think is so awesome about this field. It's not like a straight line, you
Yeah.
know? You've got options. This RoleCatcher guide, it shows how you can like move up the ranks, sure.
Hmm.
But you can also get into like these really specialized roles. Remember we were talking about those what were they called? The senior sales specialist profiles?
Yeah, yeah.
They weren't just like hitting sales targets.
Right.
They were negotiating with vendors, helping their company choose like which software to even offer, even like mentoring new people on the team.
So there's a real leadership aspect to it as you like gain more experience.
For sure, absolutely. And some people, they use their knowledge to kind of move into other areas, like maybe marketing or product development.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, imagine going from selling like this amazing design software to actually helping to, shape the next version of it.
Right, because you've got all that feedback from the people actually using it.
Exactly. You're seeing firsthand what works, what could be better. That's super valuable to companies.
Totally. And we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the the practical stuff.
Yeah.
Getting these
Okay,
jobs.
right.
That's where a platform like RoleCatcher can be a lifesaver, honestly.
Yeah.
We talked about their career guides, but remember how overwhelming it can be to actually like look for jobs online?
Oh, tell me about it.
RoleCatcher. It lets you grab those job postings from like any website.
Nice.
Keeps them all organized, no more like a million bookmarks you forget about.
Oh, that's a game changer. I've been there.
Right. But it's not just finding the jobs, it's about making your application stand out.
Right.
Remember we briefly touched on those applicant tracking systems?
Yeah, the ATS thing.
Yeah, they're like those digital bouncers at a club.
Right.
They scan your resume to see if you've got the right keywords and stuff.
Makes sense.
RoleCatcher CV
Yeah.
and Resume Builder and those skill analysis tools,
Yeah.
they help you tailor your application so you're not just like, hoping for the best.
You're strategically putting your best foot forward.
Exactly. And then on top of all that, they've got like 120,000 practice interview questions. Yeah, it's wild. It's like having a personal coach and a cheat sheet all rolled into one.
It's about giving you the tools and the confidence to really nail it.
Exactly. So we've covered a lot today. We talked about what it takes to be a computer games, multimedia, and software sales specialist, the skills you need, the career paths you can take.
And how to make the whole job search a little less painful.
Exactly. But if there's one big takeaway, it's that this field is booming, and there's room for anyone with passion and drive to succeed.
That's what it comes down to. If you love tech and connecting with people, this could be your dream career.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Huge thanks to RoleCatcher for providing these amazing resources.
It was great being here.
And for our listeners, if you're ready to take the next step, head over to RoleCatcher and explore everything they have to offer. Trust us, it's a game changer. Until next time.